Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We going to the top. We're going to bring others with us, so please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell. Know each and every time I drop a video, my peeps, my peoples. Merry Christmas to all my peeps and my peoples out there. I hope you are doing well, baby. It is Christmas Eve, and yes, I do not got to work. I'm prepping food downstairs, but I changed my attire to my cooking attire. But I just got through watching Love and Hip Hop New York in the kitchen. I was like, we gotta talk about this. What is going on? It seems like Yandy is trying to bring the heat, baby, and she ain't backing down, and she ain't acting like she's scared, because we know a couple of years ago, she wasn't trying to see that with Chrissy, but Chrissy seemed like she was trying to, tell Yandy that it's okay. You guys can crack jokes and the little shade if you're talking about me, about the situation with the floor closure, that Chrissy's acting like she had no idea. Jim Jones just let the house foreclose, but she's been living in Miami for 4 years. So I was like, okay, what is going on with this situation, baby? So I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I hope you let the kids open a gift on Christmas Eve, if you celebrate Christmas or not. But I hope you are doing well, baby. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop New York Season 10, Episode 3. It's going down. I was like, okay, so Chrissy's doing a damn thing. She's doing the real estate. She's doing that situation and the whole nine. I was like, okay, Chrissy, do your thing, baby. We got Papoose in the building. He's with Fresher or Pressure. I think Fresher. And he's rapping. Basically, he's doing this thing. And he's with Homeboy, the DJ that used to be on the show. But you know what? He's still working. He's still getting a check. He's still making some money. So it's all good. So we have Fresher. He's on the mic. He's freestyling. I heard about him. I heard some of his music. And I think his music is pretty dope. And you have Papoose. He's freestyling, doing a damn thing. The Black Love all day. And he's supporting Remy. Always talking about Remy. And having her back and making sure she do the best album possible. I was like, okay. Papoose is what you call like, yo, a supportive man. Ain't nothing like having a supportive man in your corner, baby, that have your back. And we see Juju, she's going to be chilling with Chrissy because they know each other, because she used to date Cameron, and Cameron was in Dipset, and Jim Jones is Dipset, Jewels is Dipset. They should have all been together back in the day, supporting each other and helping each other out, because they was dating some men that were out there in these streets wilding. It would have been good to have a sisterhood then, but you know what? You can have a sisterhood now. So Juju says she ain't Team Chrissy and she ain't Team Yandy. She is just Team Money. She's Team Money Bags, baby. She wants the bag all day. So we have Miss Kimbella. She is on the microphone, and basically she's letting Chrissy know that there was some shade thrown at you, and there was some people were talking about you, and she is talking about Yandy, talking about, Chrissy, but she wasn't really talking. She was reading the blogs, because since Santana brought it up, and, there was a little shade. Jonathan was like, they thought it was funny, but they didn't like that Kimbella was so cool and so connected to, Chrissy now. And they're like, why you act like you her best friend, you her bestie or whatever, but it is what it is. So we have Miss Kimbella telling, Chrissy, listen, Yandy was throwing some shade. She was talking about, the foreclosure happened in 2010. That's right around the time that she stopped managing Jim. And so Chrissy's feeling a certain type of way. But we already know Chrissy's trying to get that situation together, because she belongs to the club. Where's the club at? She belongs to this club right now, Ladies Millionaire Club. I did a little information about it, but it's not all that much. But if you ever want to, find out for yourself, then, do your damn thing. But order to go to one of these events or join the club, baby, you have to pay $3,500 for number one. Number two, I don't know. You just gotta have to check it out. But so they ain't playing. So come to an event to join, $3,500. And it seems like these ladies are about their money. It's a whole bunch of ladies. There's a bunch of different, articles that are on Google, but you got to check it out. But yeah, the situation is real. I don't see Chrissy's name on anything but other people's name and stuff like that. But it is what it is. So there is a club. It is not a Ponzi scheme. So Kimbella is over here snitching. Basically, she's saying it like this. She felt like it was shade because she got up and she walked away, and she felt like Yandy was being shady reading the article. And plus, Kimbella feels a certain type of way too as well, because she went through foreclosure too around a little bit before or around the same time the gym information came out. So Her house has been foreclosed. They haven't paid the mortgage and all types of stuff, and they worked out deals. They owe money and all this other good stuff. So basically, them laughing at Chrissy is also them laughing at her. Them talking about Chrissy is like them talking about her, because she's going to go through her financial difficulties, because we know that she's facing foreclosure, got evicted, and the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? Right after, Jewels went to jail. So, she felt a certain type of way, because she knows she could be they're going to talk about her next. So she's letting Chrissy know. Chrissy was like, I got some shit to do. I got to take care of the situation. Papoose is freestyling like it ain't nobody's business. I mean, he's a good rapper, for real, for real. So we have Erica Mena. She meets up with Tahari while, she's out there doing a little photo shoot with, Safari. But Tahari wants to know about the situation with the prenup. And basically, Erica Mena said it went wrong. It didn't go good. It went bad because, I didn't talk to him about it first. I totally approached the situation while we was at the lawyer's office, baby. And so basically, it was the wrong approach. She did it wrong. So it is what it is. But she don't know what to do. At the end of the day, we already know she's not going to get that prenup. So it is what it is. Chrissy is basically talking to the Ladies Millionaire Club and basically letting them know her situation, what's going on. These ladies are paying $3,500 entry fee, and then they have to be involved in activities, and then they also have to do community projects and things like that. And basically they're investing money into this organization that goes around and they buy properties and houses, and they build up a lot of areas in the community. This is what I'm reading. I don't know how true it is, but from the articles, this is what I got from the situation. So Chrissy felt like, she had to, lay on the sword for this situation, because women are emotional too as well. And maybe they'll understand her more if she do, basically open up and cry and tell them about the situation. But like Jim said, baby, you did too much. And Chrissy's, I was so professional. Jim was like, no, you wasn't. Like, you get too personal. So we get Safari. He meets up with a real man, and that is Papoose, to ask him advice about a prenup, because Safari feels a certain type of way about this prenup. Like, he feels like, why should he sign a prenup? They're supposed to be in love. They're supposed to have this and that. I don't know how much money Erica Mena has. I don't know how much money Safari has, or whatever the case may be. But it seems like their living expenses and their flashy lifestyle, whatever they have, if they don't continue to make bank, it's going to deplete itself. So it probably doesn't really feasible for them to sign a prenup, but you never know. They might jump off and become A-listers, so you never know. So we have that situation, but he's looking to Papoose for some big brother love and some big brother help, because Papoose is married, and Papoose was like, women has been hurt, been abused, and went through so many different things. So basically, just tell her you do what you want. You do what she wants you to do. Sign a prenup, because, women have been victimized and been hurt. And he also lets us know that Remy gave him a hard time, and basically she didn't believe that he loved her and he actually cared about her, and he was dedicating himself to her. And because she been through so much bad relationships and people, dogging her out, everybody been there. Everybody had a no good son of a gun, whether it was male or female, baby, that basically done turned you off, to relationships and not trusting people. And so Papoose said he had to work hard for it. He had to work hard for Remy, because she wasn't just jumping up there and trying to, establish a situation with him right away, because she had trust issues. So it is what it is with that situation. So Papoose says sign. And, Safari was like, yeah, I'm a sign, baby. Then we got this new rapper. She's coming out. She's not really that new, but she's a dancer. And on top of that, she raps now or whatever. She's not that bad. She's not that good. She's in between. She just needs a little bit more help. She's 25 years old. She's a Sagittarius, baby. So, okay. So, right now, she's messing around with Jonathan. Jonathan's messy, but you know what? She got on with Jonathan. And Jonathan is even messier by hooking her up with Rick. I thought you were so upset with Rick from what he did to Anais while she was married. And you know how Rick is. The creep squad. So Jonathan's messing. He already know that Rick is going to want to Rich is going to want to tap this. Rich is going to want to get in this. Rich sees dollar signs, but he mostly see money. He mostly see, the JJ signs. So this makes sense why Rich Dollars and Mariah Lynn was actually on Twitter not too long ago, maybe a week ago, arguing and everything else, maybe because of this situation. I have no idea, but JujuC, whatever her name is, she's basically having a little photo shoot, and Rich Dollar shows up because Jonathan invited him to the party. So now he's there at the party, baby. I'm just like, and he's looking at her and she's rapping and she does an okay job. She kind of messed up. She said she was bleeping things out or whatever, but she was saying that she was messing with Pressure. She was doing a little situation with Pressure, but Pressure acting like he want to get with her, like he want to, wife her and actually make the relationship more physical than actually business. And he wants to get her boobs done, get her butt done, and put her up in a nice little cozy spot, almost sounding like a side chick, because this is what Rich and Jonathan is thinking. That's what I'm thinking too as well. But then Pressure acts a whole different way. But we see the next episode, his girlfriend is going to, his baby's mother that he's been with for 20 years is going to be coming after JujuC. And so Chrissy's on the phone with Jim, and Jim is basically was like, okay, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you this and that. He was like, well, you haven't been here, you don't need to fall on the sword for a situation like that. Like, you tell him that you had nothing to do with it. You haven't been in Jersey forever, but still, she's connected to you, so therefore they think that maybe their money's getting depleted and she's not managing her money right. And if she don't know what's going on in her own home, that she's claiming that you two are still together even though she lives in Florida, people might be thinking about not investing their money, or thinking that their money is going to be going to her personal needs, because to join this group you need to have $3,500 cash, baby. And so Jim Jones was like, you did too much. And she was like, my pride, I cried, I broke down, because maybe this is really something big that Chrissy's actually working on, that she got these houses and she's doing real estate, and this is out for her, baby. And Jim was like, you did too much. My pride makes me cry over other things. And then Jim was like, you know what, I'll go around to all your properties and bust your windows. He is so ignorant. She was like, you know what, I'm done, and she hangs up on him because he doesn't see the seriousness of the situation at all, because he feels like it's his situation, don't judge her on it. She don't even live in a house, but her name is on the mortgage and she's tied to you. Now it's a different thing if she wasn't with you, because people gonna be skeptical about giving their money to somebody that is foreclosure, and we buying properties. So they work that situation out. And then Jonathan meets up with Yandy, and basically the first thing coming out of his mouth was, that messy, lady Kim Bella, she done went back and already told Chrissy this and that. I bet she did. How messy she is. She probably told the story this way, that way, and all this other stuff. And it was like, we wasn't being messy. And it was like, oh my God, since when has Kim Bella became so close to Chrissy? And Yandy goes in and started talking about Kim Bella. Like, I didn't say nothing about her property like that, her foreclosure, jumping up for joy. But this woman, Kim Bella, is doing way too much. She done got stumped. She got her face beat in. Her pussy, her vajayjay was shown to the whole world and everything else like that. And now you riding with her. Like, where they do that at? Like, I guess she wants that protection from Chrissy. And so, Yandy feels a certain type of way. She feels like Kim Bella's being fake with Chrissy, but right now Kim Bella, her last beef was with you. She hasn't beef with Chrissy in a long time, and plus you probably don't want to get into another fight, but she ain't feeling you at all. And you guys haven't had a real good relationship in almost 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And she probably feels like you got her off the show for a little bit. Now she came back with Jewels, boom, Jewels go back up, and she feels like you being shady with her, Yandy. But Yandy is totally convinced that Kim Bella is only friends with Chrissy because she don't want to get beat down again. Now, how can you be friends with somebody that beat you down to the ground because you respect him, I guess? Yandy's talking buku shit. Yandy's talking buku shit. And so we have Safari. He's in the building and he's with Erica Mena, and basically tells Erica Mena that we can do that prenup or whatever. And then she goes, oop, I don't want it. So, so they good. So that's all he needed to do, is tell her that, I don't want, I will sign, I would do the prenup. And then she goes, oh, for real? Okay, so Papoose advice was perfect advice. So now Erica Mena don't even want the prenup, and she's going to trust Safari, even though he has some cheating allegations, and he was cut out here in these streets a few times, but she doesn't think he's going to risk it anymore because now he has something to lose because he's going to be getting married and he got a baby on the way. And we got pressure. He is fresher. He's in the building and basically he is with JujuC and he's telling her like, I'll make you look good. I'll get your breasts done. I'll get your booty done. I'll get you on a fly car, fly this. You know, you got to live the image. Basically, it's faking the image because it's not hers and she don't own it. But he just letting her know that people want to believe that you have this lifestyle so they could be a part of it, which we know that happens all the time. They sell a lot of people images that they don't have. They be faking it. Well, I guess you gotta fake until you make it. But you know, she wants to make sure that he knows that this ain't no type of sex relationship you're gonna be getting into my drawers or whatever. Then she brings a rich dollars, and she likes Fresher because you know he's been around, he's seen her grow or whatever. She's doing a damn thing, but she's not really feeling about getting her boobs done. She's not feeling the injections because you know what, if she knows like we know, you look at K Michelle, you look at Cardi B, and the rest of the ladies, as ladies have died, what type of surgery are you gonna get her? Is she gonna get behind the wall surgery? Is she gonna get, you know, sunny shade tree surgery? She gonna get project surgery? She gonna get the basement surgery? Like what are you really trying to do? Are you trying to fly her to another country to get surgery? You know what I mean? Right now she ain't feeling that. She ain't trying to do that. She want people to like her because she's authentic, just like her because of her, not for the fake image. And that's a good way to go, but we'll see how long it lasts. But I'm glad she's standing her shit. That I'm gonna see what you gonna do for me, but she goes with Rich Dollars. Rich Dollars is gonna do something for her too as well. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with the situation. So she's gonna have Fresher and Rich Dollars basically fighting or trying to get her business, and we don't even know who she is, and they think that she can blow up. And Fresher was like, she can be the next Cardi B. Everybody been banking on that for a long time. I don't see it happening no time soon, but we'll see, baby. And so he doesn't really like Rich Dollars because he's old and played out. I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. But at least she got her own mind and she's not so thirsty and so gimmicky and just run with what anybody says. Too bad she doesn't have, you know, somebody else with her. Maybe she does. Maybe she got somebody in her ear to get her some good advice because she don't need to do none of that stuff with her body. Because if she put all that shit in her body, her career don't pop off, and then she has problems with the surgery later on. Pressure is not gonna be there. He ain't gonna be nowhere around. Then we get to the Kimbella. You know, Jonathan always gotta go extra. He wants to see Kimbella right away, and just basically Kimbella was like, you know, the last conversation we was together, it was crazy, and all this other stuff. And then Jonathan was like, yeah, it was crazy, and this happened and that happened. I was just like, oh my goodness, they be doing too much. I'm just like, yo. And so Jonathan is ready. Jonathan's on 100 to go crazy, to go wild, and basically wants to talk about the situation. No, Yandy didn't do this. Kimbella was like, yes, Yandy did. You know, Yandy was making fun of it. Basically, she said she was there, you know, for Jim Jones. She after Jim Jones stopped working with her, you know, that's when he went into foreclosure. And you was being shady, Jonathan, because they was cracking on her getting beat up by Kimbella and basically questioning her friendship with Kimbella friendship with Chrissy. And you know, Jonathan was throwing some shade too as well, but he was throwing light shade. And that's when Kimbella said to him, you her friend too, she's your friend too. And so basically Jonathan's feeling a little guilty too. He don't want to get no mixed signals out there. He wants to play double dutch correctly, but he's gonna end up getting that rope tied around him if he keeps it up. So you know, so they going back and forth, and then, you know, Yandy was like, I didn't say nothing. Sim was like, no, she didn't say anything. She wasn't talking. I'm the one that brought it up. And so here comes Chrissy. Chrissy comes through. Chrissy was like, yeah, okay, so I walked into this. I didn't ask for this. So since you guys are all yelling, talking loud, let me just get into the conversation. Let me just face this shit head on. Let's do this. You know, let's get it cracking in here, baby. And so we have that situation where they're getting it cracking, and basically Yandy was like, oh, she's so scared that she's doing anything to be your friend because she don't want you cracking on her. She don't want you cracking that head up, and she rather have you come after me than you come after her, because basically Yandy's basically saying that Chrissy needs a target. So Kimbella's trying to make sure that she's not the target of, you know, Chrissy. And Chrissy was like, you know what? I'm not even saying that you did anything. You know, you saw you know, Yandy was like, I saw the article, you know, and then I started reading. I said, wow, That's he went, he started not paying the bills around 2010 when I wasn't managing him. That's all I said. And my heart goes out to you, Chrissy. My heart goes out to your situation. And so Kim Bell was like, you lying. You know damn well Yandy Hard did not go out to Jim Jones, did not go out to Chrissy about them having that foreclosure. It was just a key in a reread right there on the show. And Kim Bella felt a certain type of way because she was going through the same thing. So it is what it is. And plus, she don't like Yandy right now. She hasn't liked Yandy in a long time, and she already feels like Jonathan is wishy-washy. So, Chrissy was like, yo, listen, you read the audio. I know it was a key, a little laugh here, a little laugh there, a little jab there. It's all good. People do that. So basically, Chrissy was saying, it's all good. I don't care. It's all good. Let it be. And then Yandy's just yelling. She's yelling for no reason, saying, you don't belong in this. That, this is not for you, this and that. And she's just yelling, and she's kind of like she's kind of like standing over Chrissy because she's tall, and she's pointing her finger. And this is when Chrissy was like, you better stop before you get your ass beat. You better stop before you get beat down. You better stop before you see the Chrissy come out. You better stop it. I don't know if she can do that with Yandy, because Yandy might have been scared back then, but Yandy trains, she works out or whatever the case is. But Chrissy got that, she got that I'm gonna mess you up type of attitude. And she was trying to dead the situation with Jonathan and Yandy, in my opinion, when she was like, okay, you do a little job there, okay, cool, whatever. She came to the event, she came to Jonathan's fragrance event, but she threatened Yandy. She told Yandy, and so Chrissy says to Yandy, okay, oh, so you stopped managing him, so basically his mortgage stopped getting paid. And she was like, Chrissy was like, so what you think you made Jim Jones, or did he make you? I was like, ooh, baby. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation. I was like, and Jonathan is just in the middle of it. He's the loudest one. And Kim Bella is just basically, she got a friend now because, she knows that Jonathan's not really her friend. He'll turn on her in a minute and talk shade behind her back. And, Sin is not her friend either. And her and Yandy haven't been getting along for a long time. So she got a friend when it comes to Chrissy. And Chrissy doesn't like Yandy, but you know what? She can be copacetic with her. She can be in the same room with her. That's why she showed up. And she even gave him an out, like, it's okay. You do a job, whatever. That's going to happen. And Yandy's still talking. She got the mouth going. She got the eyes rolling. And, that's, for Chrissy, that's good that, she warned her about the situation. And we got Corey Guns in the building. He's going to be in the next episode. Corey Guns is a lyricist. This is Peter Guns' son. I mean, he's such a talented rapper. He is such a lyricist. And he was going to be signed to Nick Cannon. Then he signed to, Young Money. And then kind of like disappeared. But Corey Guns, we get to see Corey Guns, baby. Peace, I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. Merry Christmas, my peeps, my peoples. Blessings to you and your family. May you have prosperity, wealth, and healing.